Hello and welcome to Quora Queries. I'm Q, and I will be taking you through today's Q&A. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you want more questions like this. Now, let's get into this. My mom is cheating on my dad. I told my dad about it. My mom is mad and she said they're fighting because of me. She said that I should say goodbye to my college next year. Did I do the right thing? What should I do? You just wanted to be the family's truth teller, but I guess you've earned a one-way ticket to the drama club. Who knew honesty had a price? Community. Your thoughts. Reply 1. I think, given the details you expose in your sub-question, it's fair to say that your mother is one of the most vile people I've ever heard of. Sorry for being so blunt. Don't feel bad. Don't blame yourself for your mother's disgusting ethics. She's cheated on her husband, and in an important way, on you as well. She's telling you that you're the reason they're fighting. She's blackmailing you with threats about your education and general upbringing. You've just done your dad the biggest service he could ever have hoped for. Opportunity to start a new life away from that toxic person. Stay strong. Reply 2. Honesty is always the best thing. You were honest. It was your mother who was dishonest. No matter what she says, you should not blame yourself. Also, do not say goodbye to college just yet. There are ways to fund a college education that your mother wouldn't tell you about because she is mad at you for spoiling her fun. Don't let your sister's words hurt you, either. You did the right thing. I promise you that things will turn out all right in the end. Let your parents work out what happens next. Do your best in school. Lean on your father, for he loves you dearly and needs your support and love. Of course, your mother won't talk to you now, but she's probably ashamed and mad. Just let her be for a while. She will see how selfish and wrong she was. Your best options are to do the best you can to keep your grades up, be there for your father, and keep the lines of communication open with your sisters. Help them see that what your mother did shouldn't have any effect on how much you love each other. Hang in there, kiddo. Everyone goes through tough times. Things will get better. Well, at least when you go to write your college essays, you'll have exposing family secrets as a life experience. Let's move. Reply 3. The one thing you need to know, they are not fighting because of you. They are fighting because of her. She is the one who did the bad thing. She is the one who is trying to shift responsibility to you. You did the right thing by telling your dad because your mom was being deceitful. Don't ever blame yourself. Reply 4. I was 10 when a strange man waved to me from the store next to our house. He then yelled for me to get my mom. I was afraid of strangers and ran to tell my mom. My father was in jail at the time. He wasn't a criminal, long story. When we went to visit him, it slipped about the man. My mother accused me of lying. It was horrible. She'd leave me alone or in the care of one of my brothers while she went off to cheat. She blamed me for a little while, and it scarred me. I loved my dad and didn't understand what was really going on. He thanked me. They separated almost immediately when he got out of jail. You did what you thought was the right thing. You had good intentions. Your mother is 100% to blame. SHE is the cheater. She is the one who is responsible for this, not you. She's manipulating your sisters. I feel bad for you because I remember that pain in my heart when my mom got mad at me and acted like it was my fault. It took me a long time to understand it wasn't my fault. I hope you read all these comments that support your decision to say something and assure you you are not to blame. I hope you will be able to go to college and that your mother gets a grip and apologizes to you. Mine never did, but I'm okay with that because I forgave her and kept moving forward with my life. Sending you virtual hugs. Reply 5. Your mother is miserable and blaming it on everyone but the person responsible, herself. That's totally unfair to you, your dad, and your entire family. Sorry you're going through that. That totally sucks. People say stuff when they're mad that they don't necessarily mean. Your future is not gone. Keep your plans of going to college. If your parents end up, divorcing and money becomes tight, you may need to start looking for scholarships and loans, or maybe start out at a local community college instead of your dream school. But this in no way has to ruin your life, even though I know it feels like it right now. You did the right thing. Lean on your friends right now, and if you have a trusted adult in whom you can confide, seek their advice too. Reply 6. You didn't do anything wrong. Your mom did something wrong. She lied and cheated on her husband. She did it so poorly that her daughter found out about it and had to be dragged into the whole horrible situation, and when you opted for honesty and fairness, your mother chose to turn on you. It is so much easier to blame others than it is to admit our own faults. Your mom doesn't want to put any blame or responsibility on herself. She wants to blame you. She is so desperate to blame you that she is emotionally blackmailing you into blaming yourself. That way, if you feel like the wrongdoer, it will be easier for her to convince herself that you are one. In reality, you acted with honesty and integrity, both admirable qualities. If she refuses to pay for your college, ask your dad for help, or look into scholarships and student loans. You did the right thing, you are a good person, and you don't deserve to feel the way you do right now. Go to a support group if you can, talk to a counselor, or simply take some time for yourself to heal. You're strong, you've proven that already, and you will get through this. It's important to recognize that you're not responsible for the actions of your parents. Their relationship issues are theirs to navigate. It seems like your mom might be using guilt or manipulation in her response, perhaps trying to deflect attention away from her own actions. While it's understandable that she's hurt and angry, it isn't fair for her to place the blame on you. Reply 7. I'm so sorry to hear this. Your mom is unfortunately acting immaturely and irrationally. She's the one that was cheating and the one that got caught. She's angry at you because she got caught. I wouldn't apologize. She should, to you, to your father, and to your sisters. Cheating by itself doesn't necessarily lead to divorce, but refusing to take responsibility for one's actions can, and I can unfortunately see your parents' marriage heading in this direction. And quite honestly, if your mother keeps acting this way, then it's probably in your father's best interest to go that route so he can better provide for you and your sisters. Don't say goodbye to college. She doesn't have final, complete say. Your father obviously has a big say, and honestly, even without their help, there are solutions. Hang in there. It'll be rocky, but give it time. Reply 8. They are fighting because she behaved in an evil manner and violated her wedding vows, and your father is rightly not pleased at her behavior. And since when does your mother have control of all the money in the household? I would imagine your father would be willing to help you out if she isn't. And if he can't do it without her consent, he can always divorce her, which is what she deserves anyway, and divide up the property. And since it was for adultery, she would have a hard time getting favorable terms in the settlement. In countries where there is a concept of divorce with fault, she would get nothing at all. I'm not saying that she should be left with nothing, but the point is, neither should your father. And he will presumably be willing and able to help you, since he believes you did the right thing. So you need to stand by your convictions, tell dad she is threatening to withhold support for college, and take it from there. Reply 9. So, I moved back after my engagement went south, and one night after work I remembered I need to send an email out. I jumped on the family computer, and her ex-husband left his email open. That's when I saw him sending out messages and setting updates on a dating site. I printed it, and I collected some more proof. He was in my car going to the gym. At the light, you go left for the gym or right to Interstate Highway. It was the middle of the winter with a lot of snow. As I went right, I threw the papers at him and punched him in the face. Now, he is not my biological father, so it's a bit different I think with biological. Anyway, as we fought in the gas station parking lot, I told him the only way he was getting in my car was if he told her to her face. He told her. She picked up a coffee table and threw it at him. They went through counseling and he promised this and that, got her flowers. He never stopped. The whole time he was promising her that he would be faithful to her. He was lying to her face. He never stopped. So, the moral of the story here, Confront your mother. Make her tell him. You don't want your father living a lie, and you don't want him to find out years from now that you knew all along. Reply 10. Ah, you had to go poke the hornet's nest. I'll be honest. I don't know if you did the right thing, but based on what you've shared, you didn't do anything wrong. Your mom says that they're fighting because of you. No, they're fighting because she was cheating on him and he found out. He might have caught her. A friend might have told him. But in this instance, you told him. Keep that firmly in mind. They're fighting because she was cheating on him. As for college, well, that sounds like it's just petty vindictiveness. Ignore her. Don't engage with her at all when she says such things, and discuss it with your father. Don't bother defending what you did. Your family knows why, and they don't have to agree. They just need to move forward, and if you're being made to justify yourself over and again, then everything is stuck in a rut that helps no one. Best I can offer as far as dealing with things is the technique I've used with my ex-wife, my daughter and sons. As far as possible, ignore the tantrums and try and act normally. Particularly when my daughter would, frequently, stop talking to me for whatever reason. I just offer to make her tea when I was having a drink. She might be refusing to talk with me, but she couldn't resist her cup of tea, so she would at least have to acknowledge me enough to say that she did want a cuppa. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you get alerts on the next question. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.